Why do we keep on watching Stephen A. Smith? We tired of hearing him. But here's the thing: no matter if he tells the truth or not, he has a large audience. So we need to be here to call him out and hold him accountable for the stuff that he says. Because hopefully, somebody who watches Stephen A. Smith will watch my show or somebody else's show to at least get the truth. So it's very important. So in this clip, he's defending Megyn Kelly. Now he does say what she said was wrong about the whole pacifying being a predator, 5 versus 15. He said it's all wrong.
Yeah,
so I'm
to be
happy
fair,
that we
yeah,
agree on
he
that.
did say
But
this.
He
did
doesn't
say
understand
this.
the reason why
But he
Megyn
wasn't
Kelly
tough
is
enough, though.
saying this.
He wasn't tough
totally
enough
loses the mark.
on
Let's
Kelly.
go ahead and get into
Yeah, I
to it,
agree
you guys.
with this part.
By
With what
Megyn Kelly
AT2 is saying
this.
here.
And he totally loses the mark.
Yep. Crazy.
It's all wrong. So I'm happy that about the whole pacifying being a predator, 5 versus 15. He said it's all wrong. So I'm happy that we agree on that.
Yep.
But he still doesn't understand the reason why Megyn Kelly is saying this. And he totally loses the mark. Let's go ahead and get into it, you guys. But hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. All right, you guys, so without further ado, let's go ahead and start.
And I'm very fond of her because of phenomenal work that she does. She is the real deal.
She does do phenomenal work.
I just don't think this was her shining.
To be
moment.
fair.
Sorry,
I'm very fond of her.
She has
her
videos, the production of her videos is great.
Sorry,
her confidence, her articulacy, her elocution, her humor, her intelligence. All of these things are
15 or 5 or whatever.
immense, yes, but
somebody can sit up there.
You still have to check Megyn for doing this.
I just don't think this
softness, this pusillanimous invertebrate-ish, saying 15 isn't as bad as 5. 15 isn't as bad as 5. Yo, that is crazy work. That is nasty work. A 15-year-old female is older. She's a teenager. She's not a small kid. She's not a small kid, but she's still under the age of consent, under the age of 18. So it doesn't matter. 15 and 5 are equally terrible, odious. It is equally terrible and equally odious for a grown man to violate a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old. It is equally terrible and equally odious for a grown man who's 21 plus to violate a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old. It is what it is. It is equally odious and equally terrible for a grown man, 21 plus, to violate a 15-year-old female and a 5-year-old female.
You guys, but hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get started.
I'm very fond of her.
Okay.
Because of phenomenal work that she does. She is the real deal in my
estimation. Put the fondness to the side for a second.
Sorry, I didn't mean to look irritated, but
he did say this wasn't her shining moment, but he still wasn't tough enough. He still didn't say Megyn is weird for saying this. Megyn is weird. It is what it is. She's bugging. This is hateable, abominable, repellent-ish to try to justify pedophilia, bro. Just because one female is not a small kid, she's still a kid, she's still underage. It is what it is. She's under the age of consent, so it is equally wicked, equally immoral, equally crummy, equally cruddy, equally cruddy, equally crummy, equally sucky. All of these things. So you have to be tougher on Megyn, bro. You have to be harsher because this, yeah. They're both under the age of consent, so you have to be tougher. But you don't want to be tougher because you fear backlash, you fear that you won't be able to go back onto her show. She's had you on her show multiple times. I get why you refuse to be tougher, but you have to be to be taken seriously, to be seen as a credible person. It is what it is. If you can't be all the way tough and all the way real, you can't be taken seriously or be seen as a credible person.
The work that she does, she is the real deal in my estimation. I just don't think this was her shot.
She is successful.
Sorry, I didn't mean to look irritated.
Successful.
But,
she
yeah.
is intelligent. She is humorous.
All right, you
She
guys.
is
So without further
comedic,
ado, let's go ahead
humorous,
and start.
intelligent, eloquent.
I'm very fond of her because of phenomenal work that she does. She is the real deal in my estimation.
Skillful, yes,
I just
but
don't think this was her shining moment.
she's weird
Sorry, I didn't
for
mean to look
condoning
irritated,
pedophilia.
but,
It
yeah,
is what it
I
is.
am irritated.
I don't give a damn. I'm not even saying 15 or 5 or whatever. I'm not comparing it. And somebody can sit up there and say a 5-year-old is different from a 15-year-old, and that
Neither one is
just
an
emphasize
adult.
that it's
So-
still sexual assault.
It is pedophilia in both
That
cases.
15-year-old is a minor.
Yes, a kid.
And there should be nothing that's coming out of any of our mouths that would draw the distinction between the two when it all involves underage girls.
Yep. Period.
You're 15,
End
you're underage.
of story.
You're 10, you're
End
underage.
of
Your
discussion.
five is egregious,
Yes,
awful,
yes.
pathetic, and horrific.
Grievous.
That is, you're underage.
Repulsive.
They all fall under that one category that is paramount to recognize. You're
Yeah.
underage.
Yeah.
You're underage.
Period.
And I don't think that that's something that Megyn Kelly should have said.
You have to be tougher, Stephen
None
A.
of us
Simp.
perfect.
Like
I feel
BCP said, Stephen
We
A.
all make
Simp.
mistakes
That
and verbiage
this
that
is
comes
a
out of our
befitting
mouth.
name for Stephen A.
maybe
Smith,
there's an
bro,
explanation
because
that
he's
you
caping so hard for a female, a woman who is condoning pedophilia, bro, who is making it seem like violating a 15-year-old isn't as bad. Yeah, it is crazy, bro. It is all the way crazy. Yeah, Megyn, she should be held accountable for this, bro. She's bugging. She's on some puppet-ish. She's saying stuff to please certain people, to appease certain people. Nah, bro. You have to be all the way real. F what certain people say. If they hate you, it is what it is. But you have to maintain integrity. You have to stick to scruples, to morals, to principles. You can't surrender. You can't surrender your principles to appease people. You will be seen as corny, bro.
None of us are perfect. I certainly ain't. We all make mistakes with verbiage that comes out of our
We
mouth
know.
from time to time.
Yeah, but this is worse than a
And maybe there's an
mistake.
explanation that she could provide where she was alluding to what somebody else was saying, as opposed to what she was saying. I don't know. I just know what I just aired.
She did some puppet stuff, bro.
She should not have said that. Having said that, you ain't gonna get me to sit up there and say you shouldn't listen to her show. You shouldn't watch her show. She's irresponsible.
People
Megyn Kelly's a
people
real
can't,
kid.
people can do what they
She
wish.
just messed up.
They can continue to watch
Just messed up with
or
that
not. It is
She
up
got
to
to-
every
She has to talk about
person, but it is
So
it
right
is
here, I
it
know
is
some
up
people are all like,
to
so
every person. But people shouldn't take her seriously. People shouldn't take her seriously because she's engaging in pedophile apology, bro. She's a pedophile apologist. People shouldn't take her seriously because she's a pedophile apologist. People should no longer take her seriously. She was able to be taken seriously at before, but not now. People shouldn't take her seriously any longer because she is a pedophile apologist.
And watch her show. She's responsible. Megyn Kelly's the real deal. She just messed up.
She is one of the greatest pundits ever. Yes, but
she has to talk about that.
She's a goofy.
So right here,
she is goofy, bro.
Like, so AT2, are you wanting him to like say that she should be canceled or whatnot? No, I don't expect him to. Obviously, he's blazing her right now.
Yes.
So he's not going to
he's simping.
Tell y'all to
he's
cancel
brown
her or
nosing.
whatnot, right?
He's kissing.
It's the fact that he's not getting the point. He actually calls out Chris Cuomo, who called out Megyn Kelly in defense of her. So we're going to get into that right now. Here we go.
My man Chris Cuomo from News Nation couldn't wait until News Nation. His show.
He's been on stage with Cuomo multiple times.
Couldn't wait to comment about the whole
They're good buddies.
Megyn Kelly thing until the show. He took to social media to express himself there. Quote, "When you only care about protecting a side, this is what you are capable of. And people thought this fire breather was showing her true colors by deferring to Candace Owens. I don't know what he means by that personally." He goes on, "No, I don't think Megyn Kelly is okay with pedos or effable files."
Never heard of this. I've never heard, seen this word before.
Effable files.
This is a new word. I will look this up.
Release the files.
Feeble files. It is unfamiliar to me. It is unfamiliar to me.
Release the files. Trump. Pronounce. Effable files.
Feeble files.
Correct
me if the pronunciation is wrong.
Pronounce. Effable files. But she is okay. Effable files or whatever. How the hell? That's her name. Pronounce. Effable files.
You learn something new every day.
Trump and MAGA because that is how she gets paid. Release the files. Trump should release them. Release the files. Pronounce. Effable files. But she is okay with defending Trump and MAGA because that is how she gets paid.
Sad, but true.
Trump should release them.
He's cooking. Yeah. Cuomo, he's cooking.
Actually, instead of cashing in on a silly gotcha,
he's cooking.
Kelly will be able to explain her way out of it. Why aren't you focused on how it makes no sense for the president to not demand the release of these documents? I really don't get this. He's too savvy to not see how this is hurting him. End quote. Let me say this.
He's cooking.
Now,
we don't agree on everything. We don't agree on everything. But Cuomo is cooking.
A 15 is
in this case,
even though it's all predatory, she's trying to ease
all
us
of it.
in and
All
train
of
our
it
minds
is deviant and
15
perverse
is different than a
and
5-year-old, even though it's all
aberrant.
predatory.
Yes.
She's trying to ease us in and train our mind to say, well, if it comes out to be true that Trump was involved in this,
it will be easier for the MAGA people to stay
they had their period. Like, it's
stay
this kind of predatory
on
thinking
Trump's
that they're trying
side.
to prepare us for.
It
So
will
when
be
Trump
easier
does-
for
because-
the MAGA base to stay on Trump's side. It will be easier for the MAGA base to stay on Trump's side.
trying to ease us in and train our mind to say, well, if it comes out to be true that Trump was involved in this, oh, well, it's not that bad because those girls are older.
Crazy.
They went through puberty.
Crazy.
They had their period. Like, it's this kind of be true that Trump was involved in this. Oh, well, it's not that bad because those girls are older. They went through puberty. They had their period. Like, it's this kind of predatory thinking that they're trying to prepare us for. So when Trump does, because granted, it has not been proven yet. Let me just state that. But if he is implicated in this, they are going to come up with every excuse.
Not all, but certain MAGA people, yes.
Even if Epstein said, yes, he did X, Y, and Z, they're gonna
This
come up
bloke
with every
is MAGA.
excuse why he
This
didn't,
bloke
or
won't
he didn't know what was happening, he didn't know this or that.
do the puppet
I
ish. He
promise
will
you.
go all the
Chris
way in
Cuomo is
on
calling it out. And mind
DJT.
you, I don't like Chris Cuomo.
DJT
Screw
if
him.
he is
But he's
guilty.
saying what he did. This is why
This
Megyn
bloke will
is
say
defending
DJT
Trump.
should be in prison, bro. It doesn't matter what political party somebody belongs to. If somebody is guilty, he or she should be in prison. He or she should be in prison. Words.
See, they're gonna come up with every
This
excuse
bloke is
why
no
he didn't,
sycophant
he
or
didn't know what
toady
was
or
happening, he didn't
minion
know
or
this that.
lackey or
I
lick spittle.
promise you, Chris Cuomo is calling it out. And mind you, I don't like Chris Cuomo. Screw him. But he's saying what he did. This is why Megyn is defending Trump.
Everybody knows I'm tired of him with Chris Cuomo. I didn't agree with what he said either.
You. Chris Cuomo is calling it out. And mind you, I mean, he didn't know this or that. See, they're gonna come up with every excuse why he didn't, or he didn't know what was happening, he didn't know this or that.
The puppets are detrimental to the MAGA movement. The puppets are detrimental to the movement
This is why Megyn
of MAGA.
is defending Trump.
Everybody knows I'm tired of him with Chris Cuomo. I didn't agree with what he said either. Get on Megyn Kelly for what she said. But it's not fair to imply that she said it because she's catering to Trump and the MAGA base.
It is
That's
fair.
how she gets paid.
It is fair. It is fair.
I don't cater to Trump and the MAGA base. I don't cater to the liberals. I get paid. Chris Cuomo doesn't necessarily do that.
No, you do. Megyn Kelly might do it more than you do, but you definitely do. You do cater to that base because you go around spreading misinformation.
He caters to both. He flip flops. He does the wavering. He does the oscillation. He can't make up his mind, bro. He goes from the woke stance to the non-woke stance to the woke back to the woke stance. He goes from the woke stance to the non-woke stance back to the woke stance. He goes from the woke stance to the non-woke stance back to the woke stance. It is crazy, bro. Yo, this dude, it is crazy, bro. When he discussed Jasmine Crockett, he did not hold back. He said Jasmine is not. She's more focused on hating Trump than she is on her constituents in Texas, as a congresswoman of Texas. He made sense with that, but he went back on what he said after the woke mob came for him, bro. The Tiffany Crosses, the Angela Ryes, the Roland Martins, the black cultists, the black radicals, the super wokies, the black tyrants. After they came for him, bro, after Tiffany Cross called him a misogynist, a race traitor, a self-hater, all of these vituperative things. After people like Tiffany Cross labeled Stephen A. Smith all of these vituperative things, he retracted and gave an apology to Jasmine Crockett. He said he was buttering Jasmine up, saying she should run for senator of Texas and all of this weak stuff, bro. Crazy. He didn't really mean the stuff he was saying in his apology. He was just saying what needed to be said to appease the mob, to placate the mob, to mollify, to calm people down. Yeah. It is crazy, bro. It is crazy that he gave in so easily, bro. Nah, bro, you have to stand 10 toes even if you get hate. It is what it is. Let people hate you. Let people say what they have to say, bro. You giving, caving in doesn't make them respect you more. It makes them harsher, bro. They won't ever. Yeah, they will never accept you, bro. So you might as well stand 10 toes down, bro. The woke mob, they never would they never you the woke mob is never able to be pleased. You can't ever please the mob. So you have to stand on principle, bro. You have to stand 10 toes down all the way, bro. If you grovel, they will be harsher, bro. So stay true. Never give in to the mob or cave in or bend the knee. Never give in or bend. Never give in or cave in or bend the knee, because they will never never give in to the mob, because they will never accept you. Stay scrupulous, yo.
He might do it more than you do, but you definitely do. You do cater to that base because you go around spreading misinformation, which you do later on in this video, and we'll get to that as well too.
Get paid. What we have to do is get away from this notion that every time somebody says something that we don't like, or that is even dare we say egregious, that you had to be doing it with an agenda.
Certain people do things with an agenda, though. Not all. A lot of people are sincere, but certain people are the opposites, the antipodes of sincere.
Because I love the brother.
Certain people are the antipodes of sincerity, bro. It is what it is. They have to be checked. They have to be.
And he's taught me a lot, and we are friends.
They have to be.
And I ain't the kind of friend that's gonna betray
their feet has to be put to the fire, bro. The feet of the people who are insincere, truly, the feet of the people who are truly insincere have to be put to the fire, bro. If you don't, you are weak, a poltroon, a timorous and trepid and craven person, a caitiff. A caitiff. CAITIFF.
Why can't it just be that's how you felt? And we say egregious, that you had to be doing it with an agenda. Why can't
certain
it just
people
be
do
that's how you
it
felt?
with an agenda, though? You have to be fair, Stephen. Simp, what BCP said.
That's the only thing I disagree with Chris Cuomo.
BCP started the Stephen A. Simp stuff. Salute to BCP for that name. Credit to him, to BCP. I did not start the name Stephen A. Simp.
And I ain't the kind of friend that's going to betray my friends like some others out there.
Well, logical people are not. Don't say to betray your friends.
And we are friends.
But certain things are worthy of severance or disassociation or disownment or disownment.
And he's taught me a lot. And we are friends.
Defending pedophilia is grounds for disownment to me. To me.
And I ain't the kind of friend that's going to betray my friends like some others.
Loyalty is good, but loyalty to a detriment is not. It is credulity. It is credulousness. It is weakness. It is stupidity. It is self-sabotage to stay associated with somebody who defends pedophilia, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
It is important to say.
Come on, bro.
Bullshit.
But it is important to say you should be
You didn't call your friend? Bullshit.
nameless when it comes to Chris Cuomo.
Mm.
And I ain't the kind of friend that's gonna betray my friends like some others out there who will remain nameless when it comes to Chris Cuomo.
Mm.
What?
Oh wait, was that a shot at Don Lemon? I think that was a shot at Don Lemon. But,
Maybe,
anyway,
possibly.
Why didn't you call your friend? If he's your friend, why didn't you call him and be like, hey, can you explain your tweet? You didn't call your friend? Bullshit.
But it is important to say you should be entitled to your feelings without people accusing you of doing it.
Yes, I agree.
Catering to a
But
base.
certain people
Because that's how
are
you do
catering to a base,
Megyn
bro.
Kelly has
We
been
have to
around
be
long
logical.
enough
We have to be fair.
and
We
has
have to be
accomplished and
balanced.
achieved more than enough.
I agree with this
more
part.
than most journalists in this business to ever be accused.
But she's not
Oh, you
infallible.
hate
That is the
because you
is
catered
the
to a base.
reality. That is the
But
reality.
Stephen A. Smith,
That
she is
is
catering to a
the
base. You
reality.
wanna know how I know?
She's
When
not
she had her little show on
infallible.
NBC, the Megyn
Nobody
Kelly
is.
show,
No one
she was
is.
totally
No
liberal.
earth
She had
dweller
trans
is
children on her
infallible.
channel. She was for the
If they do things worthy of criticism or condemnation or denunciation, you have to condemn, you have to denounce, you have to be critical if a person does things worthy of criticism or condemnation or denunciation. You have to criticize, you have to denounce, you have to condemn. You have to condemn if something is worthy of criticism or condemnation or denunciation. You have to criticize if a person is doing something worthy of criticism or condemnation or denunciation. Facts.
Has been around long enough and has accomplished and achieved more than enough, more than most journalists in this business to ever be accused.
It doesn't matter. It
Of
doesn't
getting paid
matter what
because
party
she's
somebody
catering to a
belongs to, what race, what religion,
Stephen A.
what
Smith,
group
she is
somebody
catering
belongs
to a
to,
base.
what
You
religion,
wanna know how I
what
know?
community
When she had
somebody
her little show
belongs
on
to.
NBC,
You
the
have
Megyn
to be
Kelly
critical
show,
when it
she
is
was
warranted.
totally liberal. She had trans children on her channel.
To ever be accused of getting paid because she's catering to a base.
But Stephen A. Smith, she is catering to a base.
Words.
You want
Facts.
to know how I know? When she had her little
Real
show
talk.
on NBC, the Megyn Kelly
Sorry.
show, she was totally liberal. She had trans
Sorry.
children on her channel. She was for the people, you know. She had different conversations, and she was very lighthearted. She wasn't this mean, cocky son of a gun. Oh, I almost said the other word, son of a gun that you see on Fox News or now on Sirius Radio. She was completely different. Like, she was more likable, but she's a change agent. Wherever the wind blows, that's where she will go.
Crazy.
You
Wave
know,
hopping.
She doesn't have any conviction.
No scruples.
Now,
No morals.
I will say Megyn Kelly is actually independent, but she is more right-leaning.
Wave hopping.
Obviously, she came from on Fox News or now on Sirius Radio. She was completely different. Like, she
Wave
was more
hopping.
likable, but she's a change
Bandwagonism.
agent. Wherever the wind blows, that's where she will go.
Bandwagonism.
You know, she doesn't have any conviction.
Bandwagonism.
Now, I
Wave
will say
hopping.
Megyn Kelly is actually independent, but she is more right-leaning. I mean,
Yep.
obviously she came from Fox News. But with that being said, Trump has disrespected Megyn Kelly. Remember,
Yes.
they even had a beef while he was running for president. And
In the
she
first
forgot
term.
all about that, and now she kisses his ass. But she knows where her base is. Because remember, when she was on the more liberal platform, when she had a little morning show, she got canceled for saying blackface is okay.
She apologized for the blackface she did, show contrition she did, repent she did,
It's the exact same.
give an
dress
apology.
my
Yes,
mom wore.
she
Yeah. I found it on eBay.
Poor metal chili is party chili.
Yeah, her intent wasn't malicious. I don't
Proud
think it
pleasing
wasn't.
chili. Top topping chili.
Her
Metal chili
intent
is
wasn't
beef chili.
racist, but
Pour off America's
yeah,
favorite chili.
it a lot of people were not. A
Her
lot of
roots are the
yeah.
sons at the all-new Wind Creek Casino.
It wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good look. But she apologized. Yeah. So
Solely.
yeah, Megyn Kelly, she's not racist. She's not racist, but she did something
Celebrate
that
the season with the champion.
that is historically
Back into who she really is. That
denigratory
you know what,
to blacks.
That she always
Yeah.
has been. That ignorant, racist son of a you know what. So now this is who she really is. And she,
Megyn Kelly, she doesn't say F all black people or blacks are inferior. I've never heard her say all blacks are terrible or evil or wicked. So yeah, she's not racist, but she messed up for sure. She really did. Yeah.
always has been. That ignorant, racist son of a you know what. So now this is who she really is, and she can be that because she makes money being herself. The other person, when she was back into who she really is, that you know, she got cancer for saying blackface is okay. So since that happened, now she turned.
She
back
said
into
on
who
Halloween
she
it
really
was
is.
okay
That,
to dress
you know
up
what,
as
that
that
she always
this
has
on
been,
Halloween.
that ignorant,
She
racist
did it on
son of a
Halloween,
you know what?
but
So now this
yeah,
is who she
it
really
wasn't
is,
a
and she
good
can
look.
be that. Always has been. That ignorant, racist son of a you know what? So now this is who she really is, and she can be that because she makes money being herself. The other person, when she was all nice and understanding, that wasn't really her. That was her being fake. And the money was good. So yeah, Megyn changes wherever the money is. That's what opinion she's going to have.
Terrible.
And she
Trash.
she's seen her base.
Crappy.
Because let me show you guys this.
Odious.
And we'll go back to the Stephen A. Smith video, but I want to show you guys this video real quick. Because Megyn Kelly, this proves that she's a grifter and she knows what she's saying. Here we go, you guys. So this was from 2003. Shout out to the Republican Accountability.
I can't even engage in a good faith argument with you. She was a minor. She was a child.
Hold on,
Young women who might be thinking about leaning conservative or voting Republican. Do you think this is a good recruiting method after all of the years that we've been through where the Republican brand has been so damaged? Do you think they're wanting to sign up with a brand where it's like, hey, as I'm now seeing online, she was 16. What about her culpability? Oh my God, shut up. If that's your position, I can't even engage in a good faith argument with you. She was a minor.
She was cooking
a child.
in this
To even
video.
equate the two on this
She
scale
made
is an
sense.
absurdity that
She
shows
was based.
you, if you're
This
making the
is
argument,
based.
probably have some skeleton in your closet that you don't want me to know about. Young women who might be thinking about leaning conservative or voting Republican.
Mm.
Do you think this?
Some skeleton in your closet that you may
Yeah,
not
she
want me to know
cooked.
about.
She cooked. What
Yeah,
is different?
Sounds like what's
What,
happening today.
meant to say what changed?
Because who in their
What
right mind would
changed?
Mind you, Megyn has a 14-year-old daughter.
Yeah, it is crazy. She's defending
But who would try to pacify
pedophilia
or make
when she has a
excuses for Jeffrey
14-year-old
Epstein
daughter,
and
bro.
his Weird ass.
It is
Like,
crazy.
Come on.
All
now.
the way. Crazy work. Nasty work.
But this proves my point. This clip right
Goofy.
here. She'll go wherever
Stupid.
the wind blows. She doesn't have any convictions.
Yeah. She contradicts herself, bro.
But this
It
proves
is
my point.
sad.
This clip right
It is
here.
very sad.
She'll go wherever the wind blows.
She
doesn't have any
oscillates.
convictions. She doesn't
She
care.
wavers.
But she knows
She
her
flip flops
base, and she knows
to
she has
appease
protect
certain
Donald
people,
Trump.
to appease
And all of a sudden she
weirdos
starts calling out
who
Donald
follow her,
Trump.
who are
She'll
proponents
lose her base.
of hers, who are acolytes, who are acolytes of hers.
Because of her feelings
Trash.
about what I can see a base wanting to cater. I can see a
All of a sudden she starts calling out Donald Trump. She'll lose her base.
Poltroonery, pusillanimity, timidity,
And she knows she has to protect Donald
timorousness,
Trump. All of a
cravenness,
sudden she
yellowness,
starts calling out Donald Trump.
lily-liveredness,
She'll lose her base.
invertebrateness. It is terrible.
And she knows she has to protect Donald Trump. If she, all
Yep,
of a sudden,
yep.
come on now.
Weak, sick of,
But this proves my point. This
simping,
clip right here.
simpery,
She'll go
finery.
wherever the wind blows. She doesn't have any conviction. She doesn't care. But she knows her base, and she knows she has to protect Donald Trump. If she, all of a sudden she
Unbelievable.
starts calling out Donald Trump, she'll
Unbelievable.
lose her base.
Yep. She will lose so many
I can
fans,
see a
yo.
base wanting to cater. I can see a base wanting
If
to
she
cater
diverges.
to her because of her feelings about what it is that they do that they may find favorable. But I would never accuse somebody with the credentials.
He's caping. He's putting credentials over principles. He's placing credentials over principles. It is craziness, bro. Like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is craziness, bro. Yeah, Steven, he's looking wild. He's looking corny he's looking very corny right now, bro. He's looking very corny right now. Yeah. Principles matter more than credentials. Just because somebody has credentials, that doesn't mean he or she is principled or laudable or virtuous or moral. Just because a person has credentials, that doesn't mean he or she is a person who is moral, laudable, or virtuous. Just because a person has credentials, this doesn't mean he or she is a person who has morals, principles, scruples. Just because a person has credentials, this doesn't mean he or she is a person who is moral, laudable, and virtuous. Cease the BS, yo.
Of her feelings about what it is that they do that they may find favorable. But I would never accuse somebody with the credentials of a Megyn Kelly or a Chris Cuomo for doing something to cater to a base, just to get
Simpery. Stephen
Megyn
A.
Kelly
Simp.
does not deserve that.
What BCP said.
She does
It is
deserve
befitting
to
because
be called out for what she
because
said.
he's
And to have to
it is
answer
befitting
for it and explain
because he's
herself with more
caping
clarity.
so hard
But that's it.
for Megyn Kelly, bro.
She doesn't deserve to lose her job. She doesn't deserve to lose her.
Well, how do you call her out without calling out the hypocrisy? Like, what way do you do it? I think Chris Cuomo did it perfectly.
Yeah,
And
he
this is
did.
somebody who
I
don't
agree.
like, but I'm gonna give him his credit when he does something right.
Yeah.
Correct?
This is logic, fairness, balance. He's being fair, albeit we AT2 and he's being fair here, albeit he and myself disagree politically, even though we don't align politically. He is being fair here, bro. He is being fair here. He is being fair here. He is being all the way fair and all the way reasonable here. It is what it is.
In what way do you do it? I think Chris Cuomo did it perfectly. And this is somebody who I don't like, but I'm gonna give him his credit when he does something right. Correct?
Based
He
comments.
told you why she was doing it. Now, Stephen A.
Based
if you don't
comments.
for yourself because you don't do any
All the way.
research, you even say you just a loudmouth person who just rambles off. You don't do no research. You don't know anything. You're just giving your opinion. You have an opinion show. It is not a fact-based show. It's an opinion show. So you wouldn't know.
Crazy.
And she doesn't deserve to be accused of having her feelings and her emotions just because she's catering to a base. The Megyn Kelly that I've come to know don't give a shit about a base. She says what she means. It means what she says.
Nigga, you barely know her. Like, they became friends within like the last couple of months. Come on, man.
And I find her
Crazy
to be
work.
authentic. Just like I find my man Chris Cuomo to be authentic.
Yeah, Steven, he's blinded. He's
To be authentic.
I get it, but
Just like I
this
found my
is
man
craziness,
Chris Cuomo
yo.
to be
This
authentic.
is terrible.
That's my only
This
disagreement
is
with what Chris Cuomo
stupidity.
said. Back
Yes,
yourself,
you-
damn right
you-
she released it.
There's nothing wrong with being
You're damn right.
loyal, but being loyal to a detriment
You got
is
Democrats out here saying they
terrible.
care. They,
There's nothing wrong with being loyal, but there is something wrong with being loyal to a detriment. That is what Stephen A. is at this current moment. Loyal to a detriment. Loyal to a detriment.
just like I found my man Chris Cuomo to be authentic. That's my only disagreement with what Chris Cuomo said. Back to Trump, you're damn right he should release the bonds.
Yes. Agreed.
You're damn right.
We agree. We converge here. But you have to be tougher on Megyn Kelly, bro.
They care. They always
In a logical and good faith way. Be tougher.
He didn't release anything. They threw a whole bunch of stuff against the wall about Trump with Russia. And now they're saying that the Epstein files may have proof of Trump's Russia connection. Yet they haven't bothered to go through the files yet. According to numerous reports. What's that about? Somebody make it make sense.
Because they are sealed. They can't just go through the files, dummy. Like, come on now.
And as it pertains to Biden, in the
Faux
interest of
Leiden.
fairness,
Faux Leiden.
let's talk about
Faux
the former president
Leiden.
in this regard. Because it says here, why didn't Biden release the Epstein files? The Epstein records were sealed by a judge until after Ghislaine Maxwell's trial. They weren't unsealed until January of 2024. So no, Biden couldn't release what wasn't legally available.
Makes
Biden
sense.
didn't run a cult. He let the Department of Justice operate independently. Unlike Trump, this is just pundits saying this stuff, who demands loyalty, oaths, and threats, every agency like his personal operatives. No Democrat ran on a platform promising to release the Epstein files. Trump did, then blocked them.
He isolated. Trump is a
Here's what I don't like
hypocrite.
about that.
He's a hypocrite. He is a hypocrite.
That's the Democrats.
He is a hypocrite.
We would never, ever, ever do anything.
This
like
part is valid.
the
A lot of Democrats are virtue
That's the Democrats
signaling,
coming across holding it
fake
down. We would
virtuous
never,
people.
ever,
Yes.
ever do anything like subvert
Sanctimonious people.
The power of the Department of Justice or the FBI or anybody.
If they are sealed because the investigation, because what it was is that Ghislaine kept appealing, and so when you appeal, you can't just unseal the records. So what's actually happening is that now that it was over with, they became available January 2024. However, that wasn't Biden's platform. That wasn't something that he
That's
was
true.
running
This
on.
is
Because
valid.
What Stephen A. Smith is about to do is just tell you guys some bullshit. That wasn't their platform that they ran on, that they were going to release the files. It
True.
was the Republicans saying
Yeah.
that they were going to release the
The
files.
Bonginos, the
Which
Trumps,
the
the
Democrats are like,
Patels.
"Alright,
Yeah.
we want to release the files, let's go ahead and release them." It only became an issue when back in May it was reported that Trump knew that he was listed in the files. That's when he started saying it's a Democratic hoax. it's
Crazy
this and
stuff.
that. Beforehand,
Created
he
by
had
Hillary,
all these
Obama,
influencers
different people.
Democratic
It's
hoax,
crazy, bro.
this and
Trump, he
that.
was bugging.
Beforehand, he had
He
all
said,
those
"Move
influencers
on
there
from
with
the
these
whole,
binders
from
saying
this."
that they was
He
phase one of
said,
the Epstein
"Why
file."
are people
And then all of a
talking?
sudden, Pam Bondi,
This,
Cash Patel,
why
they were all like,
are
"Oh, there's
people
nothing.
discussing
There's nothing
this?"
there.
Trump,
It's
he
a
was,
hoax.
yeah, he was
Hoax.
on
It's
some
this
weird
and that.
ish, yo.
Beforehand, he had all those influencers there with these binders saying,
Yeah,
when back in May, it was reported that Trump knew that he was listed in the files. That's when he started saying it's a Democratic hoax, it's this and that. Beforehand, he had all those influencers there with
Yeah,
these
Liz
binders
Wheeler,
saying that they was phase
Jack
one of the
P,
Epstein
different
file.
people.
And then all of a sudden,
Different
Pam Bondi,
people.
with
Yeah.
these binders saying that they was
Some
phase
people
one
say
of
the
Epstein
binder
file.
gate.
And then all of a sudden, Pam
Some people
Bondi,
say the
Cash
binder
Patel, they
gate.
were all like, "Oh, there's nothing. There's nothing." With these binders saying that, well, like, "Oh, there's nothing. There's nothing there."
There's no there
With these
there
binders
there.
saying that they was
There's nothing to
Democratic
see.
hoax, it's this and that. But
Crazy.
beforehand, he had all those influencers
What,
there with these
16
binders
people,
saying that
15,
they was
16
phase one of the Epstein files. And then all of a sudden,
Republicans?
Pam Bond, credit codes, it's this and that.
Emily Austin
Beforehand,
too.
he had all those
If
influencers
my
there with
memory
these
is
binders
correct,
saying that they
if
was
my
phase one of the
memory
Epstein
is
files. And then
correct,
all of a sudden,
Emily
Pam
Austin
Bondi,
was there
Cash
too
Patel, they were all like, oh,
at the WH with the
there's
binder.
nothing. There's nothing there. With these binders saying that they was phase one of the Epstein files. Democratic hopes, it's this and that. But beforehand, he had all those influencers there with these binders
Puppets.
saying that they was phase one of the Epstein files. And then all of a sudden, Pam Bondi,
Scam
Cash
Condi.
Patel, they were all
Yep.
like, oh, there's nothing. There's nothing there.
They thought the
It's a
MAGA
hoax.
people were stupid.
Really? We're
Manipulation.
going to run
She
with the
engaged
narrative
in
that
manipulation.
it's a hoax when he was convicted, when Ghislaine is currently in jail convicted. We're going to say it's a hoax. And now they're spinning it to say, oh, well,
Certain people, yeah.
how come the Democrats didn't release it? If Trump's in these files, then Democrats would have released it during the election. They never said that they wanted to release the files. So that's not something that they would have ran on.
Yeah.
Now, going back, should they have released it?
Yes.
So then maybe it would have stopped Trump from getting back into office? Yes, definitely. I think they should have released it. But again, that wasn't even the thought. I mean, granted, what we were talking about was whether or not Joe Biden should run again. So that would be the least of anybody's trouble, you know, because everybody was focused on, like, well, is Biden going to run again or is he not going to run again? Then he chose to run again and then eventually dropped out and screwed over Kamala Harris. So that was a mess in itself. So, yeah, as far as the Epstein files, that wasn't even on people's mind at that time, you know, except for the internet. The internet has always been on the Epstein files, but I mean, the political sphere, that wasn't like something that was heavy focus on. And especially when you got people out here starving, people out here who need to eat, people can't get jobs and shit like that. At the end of the day,
Words.
even though I do want the files to be released, granted, that's not going to change my situation, not going to change your situation, not going to change anybody else's situation. And like I said, I feel like once the files come out and Trump is in these files, MAGA is not going to change their perspective on Trump.
This isn't true. Certain MAGA people will be critical. They will say, they will keep it all the way a buck, yo. They will say he deserves to suffer in a prison cell, bro. He deserves to suffer in a prison cell if he is guilty. If he is guilty, if he is culpable, he should suffer in a prison cell. It is what it is. Yo, I will say this. Certain other MAGA people will say it. Hodge twins. Who else? Anomaly. Candace. Dave Smith. Savannah Hernandez. Who else? There's so many. Yeah, there's many more Republicans who will say he should be in prison if he is culpable. If he is culpable, there are many more people in the Repub Party who will say he should be in prison. There are many more people in the Republican Party who will say he should be in prison if he is culpable. Yeah. So, not all MAGA people are sycophantic or toadyish or unctuous. They are willing to diverge and be balanced and be all the way real. So this invalidates the claim that MAGA won't say anything negative or diverge
they're going to become more
or disassociate or disown Trump.
what he did.
Yos, for our own doing. Oh, we never do that. We never, ever do that. Really? You sure? Isn't it the Democratic Party that picked Hillary Clinton? that picked Biden in 2020, that picked Kamala Harris in 2024? Didn't they circumvent our democratic process by making sure there wasn't a primary? Because you let Biden walk on stage June 27th knowing that he was incapable of handling the job, he would be exposed, and ultimately the other position.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right there, you guys. I don't want to hear him talk about Biden, how he should have dropped out. Honestly, don't care about that. Let's talk about Trump, why he don't want to release some goddamn files. Like, let's talk about what's relevant to now.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about the past. Let's
What
talk
matters.
about today. So anyway, you guys, this is why Stephen A. Smith needs to be called out every time, because again, you have dumb people who follow him and think that
Credulous
it's true,
people.
but all he's doing
Gullible
is talking
people.
loud and giving his opinion. Please be careful with what you guys watch.
Yes.
Go ahead and hit that
Don't
like button,
worship
subscribe to the
anybody,
channel, and
because
let me
if
know
you
what
do,
guys think about
you
all this.
will
But we
be
outta here,
led
guys.
to the slaughter. Metaphorically. Yeah. You will, yeah, you're, bro. The slaughter, the metaphorical slaughter will happen if you are not careful. A metaphorical slaughter will befall you. If you are not careful, a metaphorical slaughter will befall you. If you are not careful, a metaphorical slaughter will befall you. If you are not careful, if you are not careful, a metaphorical slaughter will befall you. I forgot to say this. In response to the comments of multiple MAGA people who wanted transparency pertinent to the Epstein files, he called us, meant to say, in response to the comments of multiple MAGA people, including me, who wanted transparency pertinent to the Epstein files, he said that we are weaklings, we are past supporters. He called us weaklings, past supporters, people who are doing the bidding of the Democrats, and certain other labels, bro. Yeah, this dude, certain people in the MAGA movement, certain people who voted for Trump said on X that Trump betrayed us. He said F us in other words. He really did. He said F us in other words. So it is F Trump. It is F Trump back. And people can't be upset if we say F Trump back, because he said F us in other words, for being logical, for being reasonable, for wanting transparency pertinent to the Jeffrey Epstein files. How, in what way are we weaklings for wanting transparency? In what way are we past supporters? It makes no sense. It makes zero sense. It is craziness, yo. It is terrible. Yeah, I am done with Trump for perpetuity, because he is a traitorous, backstabbing, manipulative, dishonest, and bad faith person.